like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is the review for 911. This is season 2, episode 5. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole Jay Bird. Yeah, my voice is kind of weird. I think I'm losing my voice, so I'm not yelling too loud, but become a whole Jay Bird. Hey, Jay Birds. Okay, just being a Jay Bird just means you're a subscriber. You know what I'm saying? We love our Jay Birds here. You like the videos, comment in the comment sections, share the videos, and watch other videos and all that great stuff. And do not forget to hit the notification bell because it lets you know when I have new content available. Tonight's lipstick is Urban Decay. The color is called Spellbound, and I like it. It's a little dark color. Anyway, this is a good episode. I like 911 a whole lot. We see the beginning of the episode starts off, and I see this guy getting his TV, and he's putting this big old TV in the back of his car. And I said to myself, I just got hot. I don't know why. I said to myself, like, okay, he gonna run somebody over because he can't see behind him. So he gonna run somebody over, and they're gonna have to call 911 because somebody got ran over in the parking lot. And sure enough, he hits someone. And then he gets out of his car to see, oh my God, I hit someone. And it's the lady from season 1 who Athena caught because she was stealing packages off people's porches. Because she was following like the UPS truck, and she like fell and like broke her leg or something stupid. So it was her crazy ass. Something like Lord Jesus. So we see she basically is scamming ass Shirley. Now she out here scamming people. She's basically either jumping behind cars and getting hit, and then getting settlements because of course insurance companies like to settle out of court for certain stuff. And then she's also like doing slip and falls. Because again, she's like, I can get a whole little settlement or whatever. So now instead of taking people's packages, she's taking insurance companies' money. I'm like, it's a whole ass damn insurance fraud. So we see her, like, she see an old lady, and then she's like, okay, the old lady look like she got money, and she has a nice car. So she kind of positions herself to stand behind the lady's car to be hit. But when she does that, another car hits her first. And then because she's hit on the ground, the old lady don't see her, and the old lady runs her over. So of course, when Athena on them Athena gets their hand and them, they're like, "Wait, we know you," and they realize you scamming ass Shirley, girl. So you out here now? What are you doing now? I went to rehab. I did my time or whatever. I have not stole anybody's packages. And she said, so if we check this footage here, it's not gonna show you getting in position to be hit by this lady car because the witnesses said that you stood behind her car to get hit, and another car hit you instead. Well, I can, maybe say that I didn't get proper care, getting to the hospital, and she gonna sue them. They laughed at her and put her ass in the ambulance. So I'm like, okay, we see that whole thing. Next, we see Maddie on the phone, and she's on the phone with what I like to call a white woman in America. If anyone has seen the movie White Chicks, it's the parts where Sean and Robin, who are playing white chicks, they go to the hotel, and the hotel person asks them for their ID, and of course they don't have it. And so when he persists to ask for it, they get upset. Like, you said, I'm going to write a letter. I am a white woman in America. Meaning, if I'm a white woman in America, I should get stuff without having to, be asked for whatever. So she's getting up on the phone with a whole white woman in America. And, she's just asking the woman questions about where she is, what's going on. Because you called 911, like it's the guy breathing, it's the countess or whatever. I told you, whatever, bitch. She said, stop. You're wasting my time. She was just a mean, rude person. So, of course, the lady hangs up on Maddie, and Maddie's just a little bit frustrated. So in the kitchen area or whatever, the veteran operator Gloria, and they're like, oh, it's okay, don't worry, but don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? I have bad days too, and you can't control other people's bad behavior. You know what I'm saying? She says, maybe because you're having, a little hard time or whatever, maybe you should go do a ride along so that you can kind of get a different perspective of the cause. And so it's like that could be something different for you. And she's like, oh, that's a good idea. So Maddie's like, oh my God, Gloria's so amazing. She's so amazing at her job. I cannot believe how great she is. So, okay, you know, she does this, she does that, or whatever. And then we see her on her phone taking phone calls, and I'm like, is she good? I mean, because some people are calling. She's like, well, you know, because someone calls like, well, I just got robbed or whatever, and they like, she's like, does your feet work? Like, chase them, and she's like hanging up on people. I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to hang up on people, but you know, it is what it is. And you know, but she is kind of like escalating certain calls, and some calls she isn't. So I'm like, honey, that's why people think be so messed up. So we then see Maddie goes ahead and she does a ride along, and she ends up riding with Athena. And then it's like, oh, you're Buck's sister. Okay, cool. So now they have the whole little ride along. We do see Maddie admit how she is, you know, going to like no longer married or whatever, and how it was a bad marriage, and how she's happy she's moving forward. And Athena to her, like, sometimes us women don't realize how strong we are until we have no choice but to be strong. And I'm like, that's very true. So they get a call about a protest at a funeral. And Maddie's like, who protests a funeral? Like, who does that? And she's like, girl, you'll be surprised. And they get there, and there are really people protesting at the cemetery outside of a funeral. I'm like, y'all are crazy. And one idiot is trying to argue with Athena as she said, you know, like, back up. And he's a white guy, a plus-size white dude on a little scooter. Okay. And then he's just been a whole asshole. He's been an awful person. And he ends up like start coughing, and he kind of keels over and falls off his little scooter. Okay, where is your scooter? Okay, he falls off. Turns out he has a whole colostomy bag that is like filling up or whatever, and it's full of shit, just like him. And but he does not want Athena to help him because Athena's black. So she calls 911. Of course, Hen, Bobby, Buck, Chimney, all of them show up. He then does not want help from Hen and Chimney because Hen is black, Chimney's Asian. So then, you know, he wants Bobby to help. Bobby's like, I'm not a paramedic. They are. I can't help you. And they're like, sir, your colostomy bag is filling up. Like, it's gonna get clogged up. It's gonna, you know, put itself through your body. You should want us to help you. He then asked Ricky, like, well, what are you? He said, well, I'm part Mexican. I'm also part Swedish, but I don't know which hand is Swedish or which hand is Mexican, so I don't know. But you want me to help you? He's like, no, you know, call me a white, you know, a white crew or whatever. They're like, oh my God, he's so dumb. And so as he's saying that, he literally has diarrhea of the mouth. And I mean, he had diarrhea of the mouth, literally. And so after he pukes out poop, he passes out. And so they're able to help him. But I'm like, you know, these awful people who do things, you just want to punch them in the throat. I would let him, you know what I'm saying, just kind of shit himself out the mouth. Anyway, so they help him and take him wherever, but he's an awful person. We see Athena's hungry. So her and Maddie goes to get some food. And, she goes, like, it's got to be a restaurant that she's familiar with. And when they pull up, she's wondering why the clothes sign is changed to clothes. But you see people food on the table. She's like, something ain't right. Some bullshit is afoot, okay? So she goes in first and tells Maddie to stay outside. So she's walking through, and true, we closed by the door open. So when she's walking, like, police, you know, anyone here? What's going on? She gets all the way to the back, and she sees, like, the owner guy, or at least the cook guy, on the floor bleeding. He's been shot. He's like, I was getting robbed. You know, the guy shot me. I was trying to call 911. And when she calls, they say, you know, help is like 10 minutes out. He may not make it that long. So Maddie, of course, who's a nurse, she comes in and she helps him. And, you know, she kind of saves his life so that he doesn't die from the bullet wound. And then when he kind of comes to, he says, I called 911. And they hung up on me. And then he kind of passes out again. We alive. So at that point in time, you know, Maddie mad, like, well, damn, how? Because he was sitting on the floor with the phone sitting there, and the phone was like, you know, off or whatever, because he called 911 and people hang up. So back at headquarters, you know, Maddie's talking to her boss, like, you know, he could have died. Like, he said he called here and someone hung up on him, and it's some bullshit. He's like, well, maybe, you know, the phone was disconnected. Maybe, you know, we dropped call, like, maybe the call dropped, whatever. And as he talking, making up excuses, she was like, fine, you know, what's the phone number that he called from? So they pull the call. Then listen to the call. Gloria Oh, good old Gloria, you know what I'm saying? Old white woman is on the phone. You can hear her being rude to him, like, what are you saying? I can't understand you. He was a Vietnamese guy. I can't understand you. Why you? Oh, now you're gonna speak a different language, but you can hear him saying in his own English way, I've been shot. Someone robbed me. I've been shot. I'm bleeding. I need help. And she's like, I can't hear you. What are you saying? What are you talking about? And we're just being mean, just being rude to him or whatever. And then she gets frustrated and she hangs up on him. This man who was saying, you can hear, I've been robbed, I got shots, I'm bleeding, I need help, and she hung up on him. Did not hung up the phone. And at this point in time, she's like, I can't believe it. The call didn't drop. She hung up on him on purpose. And even her boss was like, damn it, she did. So when she comes back into work, he like, you may want to go home, like, may not want to be here. She's like, why? And he points and they see Gloria in the room. Oh, was she getting reprimanded today? He's like, no, she's being fired. And she's like, over one call? He's like, no, it wasn't just one. It was hundreds, if not thousands of calls she hung up on. Some of them weren't even 45 seconds long. And she had been hanging up on people and being rude to people for like the past 6 months. We knew her divorce was hard, but we didn't know it was this hard. She's like, divorce? I thought her husband was dead. And he's like, no, she talks about him like he is dead, but he's alive. He just divorced her. And, she's like, well, that's kind of crazy. So at that point in time, she was like, she sees Maddie and she's pissed. I can't believe you told on me. You got me for you ruined this. She said, snitches get stitches, Maddie. Stitches get stitches. I'm like, oh, lady, be quiet, okay? And he's like, you hung up on people, like so many people. Well, whatever. They were horrible people. They were horrible, rude people who yelled and screamed and cried, okay? And they did all that. And they never asked me how my day was. They didn't call me, ask me how I was doing. They weren't trying to help me. Well, bitch, you 911. They're not supposed to, okay? Not at all. And she then said, you give them everything and they leave you for your sister. So I'm like, okay. Her husband left her for her sister and she's going cuckoo. So she's being escorted out. This isn't over, Maddie. This isn't over. I'm like, she's gonna be crazy. A whole crazy, deranged person. Now we see he and her wife Karen at the little park. We see Michael is also there, so they're having their kids are having a play day, and it's a whole little cute day. But we then see Hen's ex-girlfriend, the little crazy drugged out mama of their son, in the park, and she popped up talking to the kid. And when Karen see it, she's like, this crazy bitch. So y'all run over. Come on, kids. Come on. The kids are moved. And Karen, you crazy heifer. What are you doing? Like, why are you stalking us? What's going on? Well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I make sure, you can't be here. You sign your rights away. I did, but he didn't. And they're like, well, who the fuck is that dude? Who is he? Oh, that's Denny's biological father. They're like, you told us that you didn't know who the daddy was. I lied. And he didn't sign his rights away. And so he has rights. We'll see you in court. I'm like, Lord Jesus Christ. So I'm like, I swear when I saw her, I'm like, you didn't OD yet? Okay, you're lying, so it's fine. So we do see later on that, they have a DNA test for the guy and the baby, and it turns out he is the bio father. So now Karen is mad. She's mad because, I don't want to lose my son. He's been my son for all these years. I can't believe this. Like, why did you bring her back in our life? He brought her back when he fucked her. Sure did. And then, so she's mad all over again about what he did. Hen's like, I know I was being stupid. I was being selfish. I was weak. When I slept with her, whatever. And, I'm saying, I'm just so sorry. I know you're sorry. I know you. I just can't right now. So, of course, Karen is just pissed off. Okay. And then I'm like, he just need to get her killed some kind of way. Like, he just needs to, well, you can't, because even if you kill the mama, the daddy's still there. But again, I don't know. Something gonna have to happen. But, you know what I'm saying? We then see the baby boy Deanie come like, Mama, why is Mama upset? Can you fix it? And then he say, yeah, baby, I'm gonna try to fix it all. Cute. But we then see Hen following her. I'm like, Hen, what you doing? Hen, what are you doing? You can't do that. That isn't smart. So She see her like cop drugs outside like a little liquor store. She then follows her home, follows her up into the apartment. She's still sitting outside just watching her house. We then see Karen calls her. Hey babe, what I'm saying? Look, I was scared earlier. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to blame you. This is not your fault. I know that you did not do this. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to come home. And he says, I know, okay. I'm gonna come home. And she hangs up and she gets out her. I'm like, well, don't got the car hand. Don't got. She gets out of the car and she goes to the door. Bang, 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 bang. She's knocking on the door. Knock, bang, bang. Eva, open this door. I know you're in there. And I'm like, why? Just don't do it. Because I'm like, she gonna go in there and she gonna be like dead or something. And they gonna say she did it. There's something stupid. You then hear like a little crash and she look in the window and sure enough, the crazy girl that got some drugs, she done passed out. So he kick in the door, okay? And she see the girl in there, needle in her arm, ODing, like shaking and all that stuff, foaming at the mouth, whatever. And she go to her, and at first she about to call 911, and then she stopped. And she's like, nope. And she walks away. I said, girl, he ain't really here, okay. But she gets to the door, and she can't do it. So she stops, and then she does call 911. But she's going to leave that bitch there. She's going to leave her there to die. But she did not. And so when 911 gets there, of course, they help save the lady's life. And when she comes to, she's like, I'm saying, what is she doing here? They're like, she saved her life. She called 911. Oh, you know what? That's because she loves me. He was like, I don't love you. Like, I have no feelings for you, like, at all. Then why are you here? She was like, I was here to let you know, I called your parole officer and she'll meet you at the hospital, you know what I'm saying? Have fun in prison. And then she walks away. You saved me, Hen. You saved me. She said, girl, I save awful people every day. It's my job. I'm like, you know what? That's the best way to tell someone, you ain't special, bitch. I just did my job. Nothing more, nothing less. We do see Athena get a call from like the hospital that they found the guy who robbed the little Chinese store or whatever, because the Chinese man threw hot oil on him, and so the dude had burns, so he had of course eventually go somewhere to get treated for the burns, and so they called her when it happened. So they got him. Cool. So we then see Maddie at the 911 center, and crazy Gloria calling her, calling. So Maddie like, oh, you don't stop calling me, you're crazy, you can't be upset with me, I didn't do anything, you know what I'm saying? Okay, do you want me to say sorry that I'm sorry, but you were hanging up on people. And then she hangs up on Gloria. She then calls back. Gloria calls back through 911 and gets directly to Maddie. She's like, how the hell did you get to me? And you can't hang up on me now because I called 911. You can't hang up on people. And I got to you because I know the system. I've been in the system for 20 years, so I know how to directly get to people. I'm like, that's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. At this point in time, she just driving, talking crazy. You the one for this, and you the one for that. And she's talking so crazy the whole time. And she just, she looks loony. She looks delusional and loony. And then she's so confused and talking and whatever and driving, she ended up crashing. Her phone falls to the floor. Her airbag deployed. And so now she a bit deaf. So she's talking. And she's like, Maddie? Oh, you must have hung up. I can't find my phone. I lost my phone. Oh, serves me right. I would hang up on people or whatever, but it was this, it was that. And then she brings up how, I remember when things changed and, my husband served me with divorce papers or whatever, and I got to work and I got a dead-end call. The dead-end call is when someone calls you and you can't help them and you just end up listening to them die. And she says, it was a call. Someone was at a mass shooting, and I heard the person, the shots getting closer and closer and closer, and I knew I could not help her, and it was just any moment before he would come in and kill her, and so I just hung up on her. And she's like, at that point in time, it didn't matter anymore. Nothing mattered anymore. And from then on, she had been hanging up on people. And I'm like, well, clearly she's crazy. Okay, clearly she is crazy. So she's saying like, but you hung up on me, Maddie, so I get it because I deserve that or whatever. And Maddie's saying like, I haven't hung up, helps on the way. But of course, the lady, she can't hear her because her earbuds are messed up because of the airbag deployment. And then we see 911 gets there, and then she's like, "You didn't hang up. You didn't hang up. I'm so happy." I'm like, "But you crazy deranged lady? Like, I don't. I mean, I get her whole thing about why she did it, but I'm like, you still one crazy bitch, okay?" We then see Athena and Hen talking. You know, she tells her how the birth father was a recovering alcoholic, and she's had Athena run the guy's, you know, record or whatever. He was a recovering alcoholic. He started drinking really heavy when his wife died. That's when he met the girl Eva at AA, and they ended up getting together. But he's now like a good person. Like, he works here and he does this, and he does all these good things. Like, he's a good ass person. But she's like, you know, at the end of the day, you and Karen still have a good case too. Like, you can't think it's just him. So we know I almost let the Eva die early stage. Like, it's okay. You know, you didn't let it happen, so it's fine. But, don't forget, you know what I'm saying? She going to jail, so don't worry about her. She got her ass gone forever. You know what I'm saying? And all the dude want is visitation. So, it's not the worst thing. And don't forget, again, it's not over. You and Karen still have your own whole case for the kid. We do see the birth father meeting with Hen and Karen and telling them, like, he has a great home here. Like, I don't want to mess up any of that. Like, I'll follow y'all lead and however y'all want me to be integrated into his life. Like, I don't want to mess up what's going on. I don't want to mess with the flow. So they were happy that he did not want to take him from them. He just wants to be included in his life. Because I'm like, the boy has to know he got a daddy somewhere. He know he ain't come from two vaginas. And that's how the episode goes off. So yeah, it was a good episode, but I'm tired. I don't feel good. But I want to give y'all a little review, and I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully for something else, not for better. But I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.
He's like love, love, love.